Alright, ladies and gentlemen, here's what we're going to do. Me and Kawan here are going to show you how to do the next step in our grid drawing, self-portrait, spray paint, ground project. Alright, now, I had a little problem, and so that's why I'm making this video for you. When I printed these out, they were supposed to be 6 inches by 9 inches. But, anyway, they printed out way bigger. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to show you the fast way to crop them. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your picture, you're going to put it down. I have cut out these cards that say 6 by 9 on them. You're going to put them on, obviously, the long way. Put it right on top of your face. So I'm getting as much as possible. There you go. That's as much of him. Get your pencil and trace this entire rectangle. This saves a ton of time and a ton of effort. Get on my edges. There we go. Fantastic. Now that I have this, I can do my 1-inch grid on top. So you're going to get your ruler. And for those that don't know, the inch mark is right here. It's that big line right there. Not here, not here, here. So start at the top. Get a sharper pencil. There you go. Put your ruler right at the top like so. And then put a mark at 1. Put a mark at 2. 3, 4, 5, and 6 is the edge. Now do not rotate your paper. Slide down. Do you know why you don't rotate your paper? The reason why is if there wasn't a measurement that was off, it would still be on the same side. It wouldn't be, your lines won't come out crooked. So slide your ruler down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is on the edge. Now, what do you do next with these marks? Connect them. Now, why do you do 2 sets of marks instead of just 1? Because I know what you're thinking. I could do 1, just kind of eyeball it. It'll be straight. It won't be straight enough. All right, so you always do 2 marks and connect. 1, 2. So I put my pencil there and then bounce the ruler against it. That makes it go faster. And the last one. Now, rotate 90 degrees. Kablam. And repeat. Put it right on the bottom of your rectangle. Don't go edge of the paper. Go edge of the rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is at the top. Slide, don't rotate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9 is at the top. And what do we do next? Connect the dots. Pee Wee Herman. Here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There you go. Step 1, I have gridded my paper. Now, if you want to take it to the next step, you don't have to do this, but if you'd like to, you can label your box. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. So that way you'll know where's what. So if I were to point to this square right here when it's time to draw, you'll go, that is 2D. So you can find your stuff better. You can label your big grid when you do that, which leads me to the next step in this process, which is your big sheet of paper. So I'm going to slide that guy out of the way. So here's your big sheet of paper. All right, my document camera is kind of little. Same thing, slide the top. Put your ruler at the top. Now we're doing a grid enlargement. So what does enlarge mean? That's right, it means make it bigger. All right, so am I doing a 1-inch grid? No, that's the 1-inch grid. I need to do a 2-inch grid. All right, so put your ruler at the top and count by 2s. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now see how my 12, I don't know who cut this paper, but see how it's a little bit off? That's okay. I think all your papers are going to be like that. And that's why you don't rotate your paper. You slide it down like I'm doing right here to the bottom. Put your ruler on. And if you look, see how my crooked, my little bit that's off is off over here as well? Smart. 6, 8. Who do we appreciate? There you go. Now, what do I do with these marks? Connect them. So connect it with the ones on the bottom. All right, connect them all. Now, you can do these dark, it doesn't matter, because we're going to transfer this onto your ground. So this is just going to be like a, it doesn't have to look pretty. It can have a grid all over it. So rotate your paper and do the same thing across the top. Do you do 1 inches or 2 inches? 2 inches. Now, believe it or not, I have had people who did 2 inches that way and 1 inch this way, and they came up with rectangles. Don't be that guy. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. Don't rotate. Slide. Put it at the bottom. Come on, ruler. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. All right. And connect. Is it important that your grid is straight? Yes. What happens if it's not? If your grid ain't straight, then this guy might not come out straight, and that we do not want. All right, now I've got my grid. Got your grid. How do I use it? Now, here's how you use it. All right, there's the top corner of my grid. Here's the top corner of my picture. That is square 1A. See that? This is square 1A. All right? All you got to do, and the key to this drawing, is to let the grid work for you. Use the grid. Use it. All right, now, where do you start? And I know what you're thinking. Oh my God, these tiny little pieces, there's lots of stuff right here. You're exactly right. So maybe don't start there. Come there later. Why don't you start somewhere easy, like right here, right in the forehead. So it's square 3C. So 1, 2, 3, A, B, C. So here's 3C. Now, here's what you do. Find where it crosses the line. Now see right there? See on my picture here, it's crossing a little about halfway down. Let me show you if you can see right here like this. All right, so 3C. See how it's crossing? It's coming down that line right there. It's a little bit halfway up. So put a little mark halfway up. All right, and it kind of does this bumpity thing across. So I'm going to do a bumpity until it hits the other side. Then I look next and see where it's going next, and it kind of goes down to the corner of the next one. And then I look to see where it goes next. It cuts that corner off, and then it kind of angles down towards the middle of that. Kablam. Now it does a little dip. Let me put it up here so you guys can see. It goes down, then it kind of goes up and out. And it's got a bumpy bump, then it's got a little wild dread there. Then it goes bumpy bump, wild dread, bumpy. Now, is it perfect? Is my drawing perfect like this one? No, I'm guessing at some of these dreads, but I'm using my grid as a guide. See, right now I'm kind of aiming towards that corner right there, so I'm kind of going bumpy. And it kind of bumpies through the corner, and then it goes bumpy big, it gets dread happy up here. All right, and then it comes down to chill right about here, and then it goes bumpy bump. Now see how I'm using the grid? See how fast that just got drawn? That's all you got to do is do the grid. Now, what you don't want to do is start with the face. Anybody know why? Everybody's going to want to. You're going to want to go straight for the eyes. Why do you not start with the face? Because if you do the face, sometimes you tend to do the stuff too big, and then you have like thunderhead. What you don't want to do is draw your eyes too big and your nose too big. If you draw the outside first, you're more likely to get it right, and so it'll compress everything, and so you'll have the face the right size. I would even say do the eyes last. Do all the outside of it first. Do all the hair. Let's see what else is to do, and just kind of work your way. All right, and then as you get to the other part, just work your way down. Let the grid work for you. Now, I'm not going to draw this whole thing. I think you understand. All right. Now, does anybody have any questions at all?